Okay guys, so welcome to the next tutorial. uh, I will be uploading this video on the YouTube as well. This video is regarding the how we can install the Percona monitoring management. This what is this monitoring tool? Actually, with this tool you guys can monitor everything which is happening inside your MySQL. It gives you a lot of matrices related to your InnoDB engine. What's like everything you want to know about your MySQL instance, and about your databases. It also have the query analytics. Okay, it give you the slow queries on the go, and it also give you about your HA, high availability solution monitoring, like PXC, InnoDB, and proxy SQL. It also give you many things like matrices related to your what do you say, as I said, proxy SQL, and PXC as well, and MongoDB as well, TokuDB as well. There are so many things which you can monitor using your PMM. Okay, this Percona monitoring and management system. And one more thing, that it also give you a lot of information about your master and the slave replica, like how is the lag going, and when did the lag increase, and if you can know that from which point. Like it gives you the historical data, like depends on the configuration, but I guess last 30 days, like 2 months of data or 3 months of data is available inside your uh, PMM. Okay, there are multiple ways to install it. Okay, but the best way is to install this system is how you to do it. Is using the Docker. Okay, they also give you the virtual okay, the virtual machine as well, but the best way to do is using the Docker image. And just to let you know, the guys who are on YouTube, uh, I have created the MySQL course on Udemy, and if you guys want to learn from there, you can check the link below. I will post the link. Okay, and obviously this course, this video will also be available inside my Udemy course as well. Okay, because I don't want to create another video to save the time. I will post the same video inside my Udemy course as well. So let's start with the installation. Okay, and then I will show you. I'm not going to like too much deep in the introduction of the PMM. I will be doing it like in the course, when I will keep going in the flow, like how to monitor the replication lag and all that. Okay, and we will do it the way we go in the course. Okay, so till the day I am creating this video, there are some like lectures which are still not available inside the course. It's the proxy SQL is remaining, and the orchestrator is remaining. So you guys have to bear with me, and I will upload those. Okay, like as soon as possible I can, but there is still around 5.5 or 6 hours of course is already available in the Udemy, and you can check that. Okay, and I think you can learn a lot from them, that if you go to the course, and from the link in the description, you will get a 50%, almost like more than 50% discount, and use the same link and get the best discount you can possibly have. So enough talking, let's start with the PMM installation, because most of the people have problem with setting up the PMM. So I thought, why not, let's start with configuration of the PMM. So okay, I have opened this link. It's a Docker, because obviously you need to have one Docker. Okay, you need to install the Docker first, and after that only you can you can pull the Docker image from the repository, and then you can start your Docker. After that you can open your PMM, and after that we will add the like the instance exporter and the MySQL exporter, and see that we can see the replication or not. Okay, but just before that, let me tell you guys that I have 3 servers here. The 3 servers are, one is the application, this one app, where we will be installing our Docker image, and then we have MySQL 1 and MySQL 2, and I have already established the MySQL replication. So if you guys don't know how to do the MySQL replication, you guys can refer to the course, and there is a lot of information over there. Okay, so let's start. Let's go to the browser, okay, and let me show you how you can do that. So for that, first just go to the Docker, okay, how to install Docker, and then you will have to come to this link, and under that like open this one and go to the install on CentOS. So once you go there, you have to come down and you will go for the installation using the repository. So just install, copy this these 2 commands, okay, this one, and go to your app, okay, and copy paste it. So once this is done, till that we will copy the other command here, and this command is to adding the repository inside your Linux machine. So I will pause the video till then. Okay, so this is already available, and now let's add our repo. Okay, once that is done, let's see what else we have to do on from the website. I think yeah, we need to go with this. Okay, we need to install the Docker engine, CLI, and container d.io, and let's install that as well. I think most of them are not required, but let's do it. So once that is done, I will pause the video because it is going to download a lot of things. Okay, so our things are done, okay, and some dependencies are installed on Docker CE and containerd.io, if you see here in this one, and our Docker is installed. So let's start our Docker. We have, if you see the step as well, there's nothing more else. Next, all we need to do is that let's like start our Docker. So obviously we are not going in depth into the Docker, but we just need to know that what is required by the installation of the PMM. So start the Docker, and if you see here, currently like say Docker ps-a, currently we don't have anything running. Okay, what Docker ps tell you that what are the containers you are already running. So for that, so now let's go to the website of the PMM and how to install the PMM. If you go here, install Percona management, and then that is shown here that you need to create the Docker. Okay, that's where we are going to do it, and it will pull our data which is required for installation of the Docker. Actually is doing what is doing that it is going to pull the image of the Docker, and then we will start our Docker. So let's do that. Okay, just pull it, and it will take like almost, I don't know, I don't remember, I guess, how much is the size. So it is, because it's not able to find it locally, so it is it has to go to the internet and it will download the image. So once that is done, I will get back to you. If you see here, it's almost like 443 MB. There are 2 files it is going to download. So once these are done, we will start running our Docker image, and from there we can access our portal of the Percona PMM. Okay, so our Docker image is now available. Okay, if you see here, currently we don't have any, but we have an image because it show you that we have this image which is created, and it is named as PMM data. So it's currently only status is created, it's not running, but to run this, let's go to the same web page. It has everything to like run or use how to install like this PMM. So copy this command, okay, and just run this on your machine where you have installed the Docker image. So now if you see here, it's must be like starting. Okay, so when it say healthy, that means your PMM is running. So if you see PMM, it's nothing have anything right now because it doesn't give you anything. Just a minute. Okay, so it's just a Docker image here, and now what we need is that we need client. Okay, like now this is the server, but now to monitor the servers we need clients. Okay, so in order to do that, we will install the clients on our machines which we want to monitor. In our case we have two machines, which is MySQL 1 and MySQL 2. If I go here, MySQL, and show slave status, and if you see here it's running. Okay, so I have some problem in this replica, but it's okay. I will skip the error in the meantime, and I pause the video. I will skip the error and I will like start the execution, because this database is not I have executed a command on the MySQL master, and which is this is not available here, so that is why it's saying that error executing database unknown. So or either let's do it right now. Okay, let's stop the slave. Okay, and let's create the database, because I know this database is not here. So once I start the slave again, okay, sorry, you need to start the slave. So already stopped, and let's say show slave status. So there are few commands which I need to skip because there are so many commands. If you want to know like how these things are going to happen, then you can check my course for this as well. Everything is mentioned in that course as well. So let me pause the video here, and let's we configure this thing, and how to let me solve this issue. Okay, so now our slave is fine. If you see here, I've skipped all the errors. Okay, and now it's working fine. I skipped the error because I know what I did on this slave. And if you want to like know how to do all this thing, you can go to the course and you can learn from there. There is very good content on that course which can help you solving your production issues. Okay, so just as I said, we have two servers, so I need to install one client on this server and another client on this server. As this is, we are going to install the Percona management 2, so you have to install the PMM2 clients. So let's go to the website again. Okay, sorry for I was using the Instagram at that time. Okay, so let's go to the this link. So okay, not this one, yes. So that is done. Let's go to the Red Hat. Okay, and let's use this. Okay, so I guess I already installed if you want to run this, you can run this, but I don't need this because I already executed this command, because I'm running the MySQL from Percona server, and it's already there. So you guys have to run this command on both the servers. It's already there, but still, just for your concern, I will execute this on the both. Then we need to install the PMM client. Okay, I'm using the same link. If you see here, there's nothing I'm like hiding. You can use the same link. Okay, so install it on this server as well, and then install the same on this server. It will just require, I think, an option. It will ask me for yes or no, because I haven't used the okay. So it's already installed here. Okay, and it's already installed here as well. So okay, so I think let me remove this. Okay, so because I have done a lot of settings already here, because if you see here, pmm-admin list, because I was testing this. Okay, failed to get the server because the PMM is not there. So let me remove. Okay, remove PMM client, remove PMM. Which command I use? Yeah, this one. Okay, -y. So just because I want to have a fresh one, so let's remove it from the other server as well and rerun the command. Okay, so now let's install. Okay, and again, and the same command again. Yes, 43 MB, and yes here as well. So once that is done, I will come back with the video. So now if you see here that installation is done, and I executed one command here. If you see PMM status, it's not going to run the status, because what is saying that you need to please run PMM config. Okay, you need to do the configuration. How you are going to do the configuration? Let's go to the website. Okay, and there is the command. Okay, we have everything here on the website, but before that, yeah, this is the command. Okay, and I have the command inside. I have created this command for myself, and I will execute that command, and I will then later on I will show you. But before that, I need to confirm few things. Okay, the first thing is that if I'm going to add, like, let's say the MySQL node, then I need to confirm few things, which is like on both node, your Percona, your performance schema should be enabled. Okay, and there and you have to like a few consumer which needs to be running. Okay, and if you want to have your InnoDB full monitoring of your InnoDB engine, and then you have to enable this, like set this variable to all. Currently I think by default it's set to null, but it will like create a lot of selection. So by default you can go without this, but in case you need this, then you can set it to all, like set global. Okay, and equal to all. So that's how you can do it, and let me do it on the other server as well. And obviously you need to add this command into your configuration of your CNF. Otherwise you go with the set persist. So because I'm using the MySQL 8, so you can go with the persist keyword as well. So that is done, and then obviously you need a user, because it has to the client has to access your database. Okay, and it will like get some information from your database. So it's already mentioned here. Okay, but you can go with the local host, because the client will go with the local host, but I am going with my own created PMM. I have the command here. Okay, I'm using that one. So in case you don't want to use this, you can go which is mentioned inside your the link. Okay, you can go with that user as well. Okay, so let's go here to the MySQL one, to the master, and obviously once it is done, it will be transferred to the other user as well. Okay, so this user is already available because I created this user. Okay, so then it's we don't need to create it again. So if you see here, show grants on the other server, show grants for, so everything is there. Okay, and if you see here on the other one as well, I have everything here. I'm giving the grant all, but it's not required. Okay, the grant required R is mentioned on this one, select process CPU super replication client and all that. It's already mentioned here. The next we have to do is that it is not required here. This step is, you can do it before this, because this password is only for the client to access the database, but to access the node. Okay, your server, like this server, they have to like have the access to your machine level. Okay, the server level. So for that you have to configure it. Okay, so let's now configure it. I have my command here which I was using. So if you see here, before that, let me give you something clear. Docker ps -a. So I was running this with the 880 and 443. Okay, so this is the port on which the your PMM will be running. Okay, so if you see here, host name -i, oh sorry, so this is the IP. Okay, 270.200. so this is my IP on which our in which our PMM is running. So for that, now we have to tell that the client that that is your this is where your PMM is running, and you need to send your data to that server. Okay, using that IP and the port. So now let's configure. Let me show you how we can configure it. Okay, so this is the command which is pmm config dash server secure TLS, using the TLS, okay, and secure https and admin. This is the admin. And okay, before that, let me go to this website. Okay, let me show you that where is it is running. So because I need to set the password, I haven't set the password. Okay, so if you go here to this link, if you see here, I use the same, okay, IP and the port 443, and this is the port where it is running. So it's saying that the default password is admin. Okay, login. So once you log in, you can change the password. I'm using this password. Okay, if you see here, I will copy this welcome one. Okay, I will be using that password. I will set up this one. Okay, welcome one. So you should know that you can change the password. Submit. And okay, sorry, I logged into it, and yeah. And now if you see here, we don't have anything. It's only the PMM server itself. It's like showing you that what are the things. So we have only one server currently, and there's nothing else. We don't have any other host currently have. So we need to add the host, and to add the host, we let's press the enter command here, and it will add our host. So what is this? This is the IP of my this server. Okay, let me show you. Host name. So the MySQL one IP is 70.10. okay, so that's how you can do it. And let's configure it. So if you see here now, everything is done and configured. This is the configuration file where everything is stored. So if you want to see like what's in there, then it's showing you that okay, this is where it's running, and this is your PMM admin user, this is your password, and these are some more thing like a trace and all that. These are the squatter which you can use. Okay, so that's the setting which where you can use, and this is your listening and port and all that addresses. Okay, as you guys know that I'm using the Vagrant file. Okay, so I will upload the latest Vagrant file. I did some changes in my Vagrant file. What I did is that I only added these two lines. Okay, so let me post these here, so you can know like what I posted. So these are the two lines I added because I need to do the port forwarding of my machines, because you cannot access it otherwise, because I'm using the Vagrant machines and they are on the private network. So I use these two port as a port forward. So this means that the port running inside the virtual machine can be accessed from the like guest as on this port and this one as well. So that's the only thing which I did. I will attach the latest Vagrant file, okay, in the course in the resource section, and you can check it from there as well. So now as you can see that our one of the server is done, and let's do the other one. Okay, but before that, if you see here, my second host name minus I, second host name is 20. Okay, so I will just need to change that IP, and we will need to copy the same command from there and just type 20, and we will add it. So once this is added, now we know that pmm-admin status. Okay, so this is going to tell you that okay, from the status you can see here that our PMM is running, and this is where it is running. Okay, this is telling us that everything is running, exporter is running, everything is fine. But till this now we are only added we have only added the MySQL 1 and MySQL 2, if you see here. Okay, there is nothing else we have done currently. So if you see here from the last 10 minutes of data, you will see that okay, the machines are up from 1.2 hours, and these are everything is showing us. And now the monitoring nodes are 3, because one is itself, and one is the PMM server, and other two are MySQL 1 and MySQL 2. And we don't have any DB services because we currently haven't added the MySQL databases. So in order to do that, let me make sure one thing. When I use this one, this admin and the password, this was the password for the sorry yeah, oh, I missed it. So let's go to the browser again and let me show you how it looks. So if you see here, we have added the MySQL 1 and MySQL 2 and nothing else we have. Okay, so we have only added the OS. Okay, so we now are monitoring the server, the OS for OS, and there is another one because which is the old PMM server. And if you see here, we have only 3 monitoring nodes. Okay, we don't have any DB services. Okay, so the reason that we haven't added the DB services yet. So in order to add the DB services, we have to add the MySQL DB. So one more thing I want to show you here, that if you see here, I have used this welcome and admin and welcome password. These are the password which are I used for the PMM server. Okay, if you see here, I added this when I was used the admin password, then I changed the password, so that was the password. That's the password I have to use it here. Okay, so now this is done. Now next thing we need to do is that before, like you know that what we did is that we created a user here, which is here. So now we will going to use this user, and for adding the MySQL, okay, so telling that use the MySQL to monitor the MySQL, we will have to use this user, the PMM, okay, and this password. So I have the command here. I will post this command, okay, this everything here I'm using in the below section of the description and in the course as well. So let's go to this. Okay, so pmm-admin add MySQL, and this is my MySQL 1. So you give it the like the alias MySQL, and the query resource from where you are going to do is that performance schema. You can also do it from the like this is all about like looking for the slow queries and all that. So you can also enable it as the query source for the what is that query source as the slow query log, but it obviously it will have a lot of overhead in your system, so it's better to go with the performance schema. Or if you want to granular level of everything, then you can go with the slow log query log, but usually we do the slow query log by manually, and we use the PT query digest for that. Okay, so obviously the PMM and the password which I used, so that's the thing we have to do and add this. So now if you see here, it is added, and if I see PMM dash admin list, you will see that node exporter is running, MySQL D exporter is running. Okay, and if I do the same command on the other server here, we don't have this guy, yeah, performance schema agent, and this MySQL D exporter. So let's do the same thing here as well. pmm-admin MySQL, this because this is MySQL 1 and the other one is MySQL 2, so 2, and copy the rest of the command. And now if I see pmm-admin list, then we have this guy extra and this guy, so we have a few more things in our pmm-admin. So now let's go to our PMM, and you will see that everything is perfect. So let's go, let's refresh this. Now if you see here, we have 3 nodes here. Okay, before we didn't had this DB server nodes. So how we can watch our DB server nodes? Go to the MySQL instance overview, or okay, and you can check that. So from here we can see the MySQL, and you can check the InnoDB details, instance summary, and which MySQL 1 you want to watch, this one MySQL 1 or MySQL 2. It is going to tell you everything. Okay, there's a lot of things which are happening currently, but let's not dig into that for now. But this was to only tell you that how you can configure your PMM, and how you can like watch your MySQL. So like InnoDB, you want to watch about the InnoDB MySQL 1, what's going inside the InnoDB buffer pool, and you can see here that this is how much, what is the size, sorry, yeah, so many things you have. The buffer pool size is this 128, and what is the like the data happening here. Currently we don't have any load here because I haven't started the sysbench on the server, so it's very calm and it's doing nothing, I guess. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching this one, and I will add this to the YouTube as well. Obviously you are watching this on YouTube, and it will be inside my course as well. So thank you so much, guys, and please check the course. You are going to get a lot of benefit from the course.